All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are here, Dover International Speedway. That's right, for the Monster Mile here for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com Truck Series. Live here tonight, mile track. Boy, one that can eat up some people here, and that's why they call it Miles the Monster. Well, as always, I'm Joe White up here in the booth, and I'm accompanied by old Gerald West. Gerald, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing awesome, man, I tell you. And right now, kind of in the middle of qualifying here for these bad boys out here for the Sim Speed Shop guys. And let's see real quick. Let me bring up my thing here. Bobby Terrell. Well, we talked about him a couple times. He's on point right now.
Yeah, he's been fast, and he's been up there for a while now. And, you know, I've been in here, I've been watching these guys run some laps here for probably the last 30, 40 minutes or so. And Bobby was up there when I come in and started watching, and he's still up there, so he's going to be a good one to watch tonight. And there's a couple other fast guys, you know.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We want to appreciate everybody here live tonight. We're here on live, iRacing Live, YouTube here on OSR Network. OSR Network on the Twitch side, and also want to welcome on TGFM Racing on the Twitch side, broadcasting on their Twitch also, which is actually True Game Fan Network. I want to appreciate those guys, man, coming on board there. So we're streaming on that one too, so kind of pick your poison. Got many different avenues for us tonight. It's going to be a good race. Dover, man, I tell you what, 30-some trucks out here about to do battle on a crazy style track. I mean, Dover, to me, it's a tricky track. I think this place is probably tougher than like a Bristol.
Yeah, it's a monster. I mean, for sure. You came in and told them exactly what they were watching tonight, and it's going to be a monster out there with these trucks going around. Like you said, those trucks gonna be a fun one here, though. We're gonna be excited. It's gonna be exciting for sure, Joe.
Yeah, no doubt
We
about it. What's that?
we just talking about Bobby Terrell, and he won last week, so he's coming in hot this week, and he put it on the pole here. He was fourth in practice, and just to give him an idea, the fastest lap in practice was 8:78, and Bobby Terrell he threw down a 8:21, so they're clicking off some fast laps out there.
Yeah, and I've run this track a couple times, and when we say that, they got those bumps coming out of the turns. Got to be very careful. A lot of times you come out of here, going side by side is when you can get real in trouble being down low. You got to kind of diamond in these turns. So this track can be, hey, like we said, it's a monster of a track, and it can snap out and bite you at any moment. And with 30-some trucks out here, it's going to be very interesting to see how they pace this place. I mean, really, I think the low line is the preferred line here, but, do you think we're going to see multiple groups?
On these restarts, they'll definitely be battling for to get single file. I mean, I think they're going to run single file here most of the race. It's the safest way to do it. Like you said, coming off the corners, it's going to be a little hectic. You might get into the wall here and there, and I have a feeling we're going to have some trucks do that, and we'll have a few cautions here. This is the monster, and coming off them corners is a handful sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So here we go, man. I tell you what, the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com tonight. Truck Series action. We'll be live here at Dover, Delaware. The Monster Mile here for the trucks. And like you said, Bobby Terrell, he's on point right now. Steve Goschalk right there in second. Chad Coleman is sitting in third as of right now. David Comstock fourth. And around the top five, Sean Bounty. That's your top five as of right now, unless it changes here in the next few, which actually they do have another about 3.5 minutes to go.
We got a lot of fast trucks. They're running similar times here. And, James Pasquarella, he was the fastest in practice with that 878. He qualified around, 12th or so. So he's a little bit further back in the pack. Not for sure if he might have made a mistake there during his qualifying lap. You only get 2 laps to do it, so it's all on the line when you go out there. And if you touch the wall or you make a mistake, you don't get another chance.
No, you don't. So tear them up, man. That's the thing. These guys, man, got to be very careful on those walls. No fast fixes, anything like that. So, like you said there, Gerald, got to be very careful. It's almost like real racing.
Oh, it's definitely like real racing, and they ain't got no quick repairs here, so they got to take care of them trucks, and it's gonna be hard to do here at the Monster Mile for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, how's your trucking racing career going so far?
Oh, it ain't too bad. Just been busy a lot. My mom went in the hospital, so she's out now. She was in there for about 4 or 5 days, and we got her back home. So I haven't been doing a whole lot here. But I would like to talk about the points, Joe.
Sure.
Points are tight. I mean, the top 10 are within, I think, 56 points. Chad Coleman's still the points leader. Doy Woods is 13 out, and E.J. O'Rourke's 28 out. So Timothy Johnson's up there, and Dave Comstock rounds out the top 5 for the points. And, the top 5 are 33 points apart. And it's tighter than ever, and it's going to be interesting to see how they come out here at Dover.
You talk about E.J. O'Rourke. He's on the track right now making his time, see what he can do if he can get up here and start. Doey Woods, I'm trying to look out here because am I just missing him? I know I did the other way, but I don't see Doey out here tonight.
Yeah, I don't see him either, Joe, and he's second in points. I hate to see that for him. Hopefully they get a drop week or something.
I think they do. I think with the series, I could be wrong. Obviously, I'll have to go back and read the rule book because we're doing full series here. I don't think they're splitting this one up, the trucks up, into 3 different series. But I think they said they might give them 2 since it's so long. I could be wrong. Now, I don't, hey, look, folks out there, don't beat me up, man, and whatnot. So, but it could be wrong on that one. I know one of the admins might chime in out the chat or something on that, but I think that is right. And if so, that won't be bad.
It's always good to have a drop week or 2, especially for the guys that miss a race due to family issues or, arrangements they made earlier on, and they just couldn't show up. So it definitely breaks in and takes a little bit of the pain away when you can drop one or two of those bad races off a long schedule. Qualifying's about over.
Yeah. Yeah, we only about a couple seconds here left. Qualifying and get set to go green flag racing.
Yeah, we need to get a word in with Timothy Johnston. Man, he almost had that win last week there, and he blinked out coming off turn 4.
Oh, yeah. Heartbreaker. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's grid these guys up here, though. First for the night, Bobby Terrell does put it on pole. Steve Gottschalk there in second. Third place man, Chad Coleman sitting in fourth. Dave Comstock. Fifth place man, Sean Bounty. Sixth place, EJ O'Rourke. He did make a good time there. Seventh place man, Joe Hudson. Eighth place, Anthony Calatoni. Sounds almost like a pizzeria place, but the ninth place starter, Bobby Wetzel. So rounds out the top 10. Nick Timms. As we look through the rest of this field, as always, it's a who's who here at the SIM500 and some trucks. And they're about to battle here at the Monster Mile Speedway of Dover, Delaware.
You definitely want to be the pole sitter here and get a good start. Get out there. That clean air is going to help a lot, man. And these guys are going to have their hands full when they're in traffic here on these restarts. So we're getting ready to see some action.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I don't know. Looking here, I think we've got, looks like 31 machines out here.
Yeah, 31 or 2.
Wow.
That's an awful lot here. And on a 1 mile track here, Miles the Monster might chew a couple up, spit them out here.
Let's hope not. How's that? Let's hope everybody, man, makes it through and you know, has a good run, has a good race. So it should be a good one here as these guys, man, are, you know, fastening it up there, trying to.
It's a big Bristol, Joe. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, a little bit bigger, a little bit higher speeds, and they come from a 2 mile track to a 1 mile track here. It's going to be fun to watch. They put on a great show week in and week out, so there's going to be some side-by-side, adrenaline pumping, door-to-door, all that good stuff going on here tonight.
And as I always like to say, we got some bad, fast drivers and some bad, fast monster trucks about to do some awful bad, fast things on a 1 mile track out here tonight at Dover for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com Truck Series here on the Wednesday night. And folks, appreciate everybody tuning in. As that pace car's pulling them around, these guys, well, they know their nerves has got to be set because we're going racing around this place. And if not, Miles will be up there, man, chomping at the bit to try to take a few fenders along with him. That pace car's pulling him around turn 4 here. He's going to take that hard left turn. That man up front, Bobby Terrell, is going to lead this pack of mean machines to the start here as the green flag is about to fly. Folks,
green, green, green.
Here we go. We are racing here at Dover, Delaware here tonight as they are off already, heading into turn. And look at Bobby Terrell get that lead.
What a start. I mean, that's the kind of start you want here at Dover. You want to be able to get out there, get away from that side-by-side, 2-lane action, and get out there single file and lay down some laps, get out of that traffic. You see these guys still battling side-by-side there, the 91 of Steve Gottschalk, the 40 now, Dave Comstock. So a lot of action going on.
Yeah, it is. Right there, you're side by side, like you said, door to door as they are heading off into the turn. That man right there, though, Dave Comstock, he makes the pass, but EJ O'Rourke, he's still got his hands full with Steve Gottschalk on the outside as they will take it, stay neck and neck. And the 42 machine there, Joe Hudson, almost came up into the 28 of Anthony as they made contact some.
Oh, a lot of side-by-side. I mean, these guys are looking to get single file. They just don't want to give up that spot. You see the 51, Nick Timms, you call him, what, 9-time there. He's got his hands full right now. He's down on the bottom right now, and it's just hard to get that car to get a good run off the corner and to make that pass there when you got somebody on your outside and you're squeezing each other up off the corner.
Yeah, now's the time to do it. It's, you know, if you're going to do anything, the tires are good, the truck feels great, everybody's out here, you know, racing hard, and it's the way to go. When those tires start going away, this place might get very, very slick and very, you know, and again, it could get tight, but I'm going to say it's going to get slick on them. But as the tires wear out over the course of the run, we've got 130 laps here. It'll go by pretty quick. As a man out front, Bobby Terrell, he's got about a 3/10 lead over our points leader, Chad Coleman.
Chad Coleman's up front trying to hold on to that points lead too. I mean, if he can keep his truck up there in the top 10 all night, he'll be looking good. Right now, he's in second there, right behind Bobby Terrell. Man, he's looking good. If you want to make a pick, you gotta hurry up and make it. It's getting on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll tell you what, Scott Simmons got the paint job that I always used to run on my truck. Traxxas out there. I love how that color scheme is. Used to love that one out there. But he's right now in 16th. And Timothy Johnson right there in front of him. Boy, last week, a heartbreaker. Last lap, last turn, coming out of it, disconnected. Had that race pretty much in the bag there. Man, that was just a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I hated to see it. Hopefully he can come back strong this week here at Dover like Bobby Terrell's doing. You know, Bobby, keep that truck up front. He'll be in victory lane later on. So, yeah, those two guys, I guarantee you, come back in here, come out strong. And right now it's Bobby Terrell up front.
Yeah, it is. Bobby Terrell's got that 14 machine, the 20 there. Chad Cole's running in his tire tracks along with Sean Bounty. You got Dave Comstock there in fourth place, E.J. O'Rourke in fifth. Everybody just been very patient, single file. But you got to go back to Nick Timms back here. And actually, I believe that's Anthony Calatoni who moves on the inside. He gets a little bit pushed loose coming up through the turn and had to get out of that thing and get back in line.
Yeah, great hands on his part. It's a little slick out there, so as these tires warm up, get a little more wear on them, it's going to start slicking up a lot more. And the part that's getting real loose there is coming up over that bump when you come off turn 4 or turn 2. Truck want to come around on you, the back end of it. And how would you like to be Bobby Terrell right now? You got Chad Coleman, Sean Bounty, David Comstock, E.J. O'Rourke, and Steve Goschalk chasing you down.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that's a fleet of names and a fleet of trucks right there. Oh, trucking a wall back in the back with the 24. That actually, I think, is James Pescarella. Boy, he slammed the wall. That's what we were talking about. Just looks like he got loose coming out of the turn, and that wall jumped out and bit him there hard, and he's down on the apron.
Yeah, you got to be very careful coming off the corner here. You got to set it up coming through the corner, so you're working the whole time on your exit here. It's very critical to get a good exit at Dover. You make one mistake, it could end your night easily.
Yeah, no doubt. Boy, I tell you, he pounded that outside wall right there. I hate to see that. Man, it's messed up the whole right side. Hopefully he can get back out there and get a few laps going. Just everybody right now, single file, trying to figure out this place all the way through the field, all the way back. Chad Cole still trying to run down a race leader, Bobby Terrell. But it's a nose to tail right now. Nick Timms is the only one maybe trying to look on the inside, and E.J. O'Rourke.
Yeah, the 41's been strong here lately. The last few races, been finishing in the top 3. We've been talking to him at the end of them. So, yeah, he's been good. He's down on the bottom right now. He's got him up on the high side right where he wants him. We're going to find out right here which side is going to be better, the low side or the high side. So it looks like the high side worked that time.
It did. EJ made that pass. Steve Goschalk, though, he's going to try to cross it over and look back down on the inside, see if he can't get a run. Has to fall back in line, though. Joe Hudson back there in the mix, along with Nick Timms, just a 9-time himself back here. As you've also got, was that Justin Fuller in the mix?
Yeah, Justin Fuller in the 5, Bobby Wetzel, Anthony Calatoni in that 28 truck. These guys are really driving these trucks right now. They're starting to get the heat in the tires and the air pressures are up, and they're starting to get a feel of how slick or ill handling or good their race car is right now.
Absolutely. As these guys manage to storm around here at Dover, Bobby Terrell still out front. Chad Cole is closing in on him, though. He's got that lead down to about a tenth and a half, and he's looking to the inside as Bobby takes up the track. If he keeps leaving that door open on that inside, I think Chad's going to stick that nose in there. And real quick here, Gerald, there's one thing. You diamond these turns in, and when you do for a split second or so leave that inside open. We call it dive bombing, okay? But we see guys take that down there, and it's up to the guy in the front whether or not he wants to kind of pinch you down or give you that inside or not.
Yeah, if he opens it up, stick your nose in there. If he tries to chop you off, it's going to be bad for both of you. So, I mean, it's gambling, as we would say.
Yeah, you're right, and that's a good way of putting it. Definitely, it's a gamble to do because you see the opening there, and you're like, man, I could fit the whole front end of this truck in there. I can make that pass. The problem is, you know that thing's going to kind of scoot up the track on you, or if he doesn't give you the room down there, which, again, he doesn't have to, but then, like you said, both of you definitely, you know the risk. But right there, look at the 40. David Comstock, he drove that thing on the inside and took the second spot.
Oh, he let him right on by. He knew it was fast, so they must have been on the radio or something communicating. 40 got by very quick. Neither one of them lost very much time there trying to let that, you know, because that's a lot of times that's where you get caught up in the racing part of the race. You know, you get there with somebody and you're battling side by side for a few laps. Well, that's just hurting both of you in a long race like this, especially on these green flag runs. So it's better off if he's faster, just move on up out of the way, let him go. And if he slows down, you'll catch him. Or if you're fast enough, you'll do it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We got a couple cars out, or trucks out of this one tonight. It's like Brian Chambliss, James Barber, James Pescarella, and Michael Priester are all out of the race as of right now. Everybody's still on the same lead lap, all 28 machines out here. So everybody, man, is still single file. Been very patient with racing going on back in the back here, but looks like old Nick Timms, he was in a good battle there with Steve Goschalk and Justin Fuller for a few.
Yeah, and you know, they get caught up racing each other and they're daydreaming about when they're going to come in. They're trying to come out with their pit strategies. Once they're on a 20-lap run or so, these guys start bringing all that information in. Do I want to pit here or there? And they got to figure out what their strategy is going to be. Unless they got a pit crew, somebody spotting for them and watching them, and they already got that all planned out. But, you know, if you wanted my guess here, I'd say 55-lap runs is what these trucks will do at 70%. So you got to figure it out yourself. If you want to play out, if you're out there watching, you want to figure out what you would do. Say your truck gets 55 laps, it's a 130-lap race. What would you do? I know 55 laps is a long time on some tires, though, Joe. So a lot of these guys are going to split it up a different way, maybe 38 laps or so.
Man, I'm going to tell you, you're the racing expert on that one, man. I'm going to leave that gamble on your end. That was one area that I always needed help on, pit strategies. I just never was that good at doing them. Man, I've seen you do it, though, and come out very well. So I'll take your lead on that one.
Yeah, you know, and every time a caution comes out, you're starting from square one again. You got to go back through your pit strategy because it changes things up. So these guys they got to be on the ball while they're in there running as fast as they can here, especially with all the talented drivers that are here for the SIM500 League. You got to be multi-talented to be able to do all that and still hold your line, your spot, not lose nothing, don't tear nothing up. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is, and these guys right now are doing a fantastic job doing that. Right now, knock on wood, 24 laps in. Bobby Terrell is still your leader out front. David Comstock right there, though, he's running down. You know, catching and passing. There you go. That's two different things. So it'll be interesting to see if that 40 can make it around. He might be a touch faster, but he's got to make it around that 14 machine out front.
Oh, yeah. First you got to catch them, then you got to knock on the door. They're either going to let you in or not, and then you got to decide if you want to just go on in anyways. I mean, so he's knocking on the door now, Joe.
Oh, and he got that inside on him too, the preferred line. So we'll see if he actually can hold it down with the tires as they go side by side. And he does, makes the pass. New leader, David Comstock, brings the 40 machine to the front here of Dover on this one. And he made that pass look, well, relatively easy. So maybe all these other guys may be like, okay, we got to follow, see what he's doing.
Yeah, he knocked on the door, looked like he opened it a little bit, and he seen that opportunity, he stuck his foot in there. You know, he did take over the lead very easily, which is best for both of them. It keeps them out there running around fast. The 20 of Chad Coleman's not far behind, but 26 laps in, he makes that pass for the lead, so we know David's good on the long run.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, look at that Steve Goschalk. He's going at a bid there, and he takes the 4th place spot away. Takes the 5th place spot away there from Sean Bounty. Sean Bounty in the 34 machine drops back to 6. Justin Fuller, he's coming up. So now we're going to start seeing the guys that are good on older set of tires who have actually, can maintain and drive this track. There's 2 style of drivers. Gerald, I know. Obviously, the ones that get out there and just try to run that thing to death. And then there's the ones who kind of are a little patient, lay back, and see what they can do later on in the run. So, which kind of driver are you?
Well, you make that decision on how the race is going. If we're having cautions and you're getting to pit very often, you can get tires whenever you want pretty much then, so you just run it all the way. But when you got green flag runs like this, you got to start conserving as soon as possible. Every little bit that you can conserve helps on the long runs here.
Absolutely. Oh, truck almost in the wall. Looks like the number 4 machine, if I'm not mistaken, that was. And 42 might have been there. Let's see. Oh,
there not have been Joe Hudson.
It was the Pennzoil one that got up into the wall.
Yeah, Joe Hudson's
9.
been fast. I expect to see him come up there. He's up to 9th right now, I think, Joe.
Yeah. That was Bobby Wetzel, my bad. I was trying to look at the number. I couldn't get inside the number real quick. But he went up there and slapped the wall, almost like what James Pescarella did earlier on in the race. But right now, these guys back here in about the, I'm going to say 13, 14, 15 spot, they are battling it out a little bit. You see Michael Walters right there. He's back in the back. So Mike Kelly, Anthony's back there. Now, that's a nice looking Hooter mobile he's got running around.
Yeah, the number 2 truck looks good. Chevy Silverado there, and it's right there in the mix with Stevie Minson too. So Stevie opted to start in the back in this race here at Dover.
Look, you can get rid of the Chevy emblem and we'll be all right.
We'll put 2 of them on there for you, Joe.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
we'll double it up.
We'll double it up. All right, cool. Well, right now, what's that?
Looks good, though.
It does, man. The Hooter's paint job looks good. Throw back to like the Alan Kwicky days out there running and whatnot. But he's looking good. He's back there in the 14th place spot. He's trying to work over Bobby Wetzel. Actually, trying to get around Anthony Calatoni right now, and I can get a kick out of his last name because it makes it sound like Stromboni.
Oh, you're crazy, Joe. Yeah, they're back there, deciding who's faster, back there shifting around positions and running different lines and all kinds of stuff there. Once you get further back, the guys up front are the ones that haven't figured out. Ain't a whole lot of searching going on. They're just trying to be consistent.
What I'm noticing right now, Timothy Johnson, boy, he is really, really flirting with that high line. He almost went up there towards the wall going into the turn. Is that maybe just a product of what these trucks are doing this late into the run that you're seeing?
See, I think that it's going to move up, to be honest, Joe. I think that these trucks should run up a little bit higher here and not try to keep it so close to the bottom unless they're either trying to throw down fast lap. Whatever's faster, I mean, you're going to run that. The 9 gets into the wall a little bit. One more time, that Pennzoil truck. So he's having his hands full right now, but he is running that high line, and I would say a lot of these guys are going to be running about 1 or 2 grooves up from the bottom, except for on these restarts early on.
Oh, Timothy Johnson got in the back end there of Anthony, almost got him loose a little bit as they came out of the turn. Probably a little check up by the 28 there, and number 55 of Timothy just didn't react fast enough. Just a little love tap on the back end as they were coming out of the turns. That's how fast. But you're right. Looks like they're moving up the track, and that might be a product of what this truck's wanting to do. And the bad thing about that is when they come off those turns, you're already flirting with that wall coming off the turn. It's just that much more doing it when you're that high.
Yeah, so they're having a problem coming off two, so they're moving up the track a little bit. It's helping with the tires, and it's giving them a straighter line up off the corner, so they're not so hard on the wheel when they're coming off of the corner there, because it's got a hump. Once, as you can see, the 9, the 55,
The yellow flag
had
is
a little
out.
bit of contact. That brought out a caution, Joe.
Yeah, let's go back here and see what happened as Bobby Wetzel, that 9. The 28 was up underneath. I don't know if maybe they just got checked up. Oh, no, the 9 got up into the wall coming off the turn. Timothy just nowhere to go in that one, and, man, he slammed the wall. Now, this track, here's the thing. It's kind of misleading, Gerald, and what I've noticed about this place, I know we've used the term self-cleaning. The problem with this track is, even though with the banking, it doesn't always go down. Sometimes those trucks come right back up.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's
you're
like
right.
Daytona. It's like Daytona. Daytona, you would think with the high bank that it is, everything would just go straight down, but a lot of times it comes up. But there is some tracks that do have the banking. We call them self-cleaning tracks. You pretty much know everything's going to go low. This is one of these tracks that's kind of weird, so you got to be really careful. But you saw right there, I mean, when he hit and he spun, it came right back up on the track, and could have been disastrous for a lot of guys, but it isn't. Caution for the first time here tonight at Dover, though.
Yeah, Timothy just had a run there. He was building up a run to get a run on him, make a pass, and it's unfortunate that he got in the wall right there, and it collected both of them. Looks like a little bit of right front damage there on the 55, too. They're coming down pit road here. Let's see who's going to win this race off pit road. It's going to have a big deal here on this restart.
I think Bobby Terrell right now has probably got the best advantage. He's got that awesome pit stop, and he definitely does winning out there. David Comstock comes out second. Looks like the 5 machine of Justin Fuller makes up some ground coming out here, along with E.J. O'Rourke there in 4th, and Chad Coleman out in the 5th place. So, yeah, Bobby Terrell's got that awesome pit stall here tonight, Gerald. So it's going to be very tough. If he gets on pit road with everybody else, yeah, it's going to be a tough one to beat.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely have to get a good pit stop here, and it's a lot harder to make pit stops here lately on iRacing. They come out with the update with the new pit stuff, and it tightened up the boxes there. And with the tire update, it made the tires not want to grip as much too. So you got 2 different things that are happening to you when you're coming into the pits. You got to make sure you don't slide through your box, and you got to hit it perfect.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, let's bring up Timothy Johnson. You said you wanted to get a talk in with him. He just came out of pit road here and unfortunately caught up in that incident. But you said you want to get talking with him. Let's bring him up here and let's get talking with him.
Timothy Johnson, Jay Weezy in the OSR booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, we just wanted to get a talking with you because you had such a great run last week, and it must have been a heartbreaker there to go out coming off turn 4.
Yeah, just had a power outage, and I can't really control those things, I guess.
Yeah, it was, man, I was feeling it for you there, and, man, I hate to see something like that happen, and it's unfortunate you just got caught up in that. Looks like you got a little bit of right front damage there on that truck. You was just now getting ready to have a big run on him to make that pass, man, so I hate to see that for you.
Yeah, it kind of stinks. Seems to be my luck here lately with iRacing, but it'll pass and get better, I hope.
Hey, man, well, good luck. Keep your head up, and you're always running good out there, so you got a lot of hope coming forward here as the season moves on.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Tim Johnson. Hey, Tim, by the way, pay your power bill, man, okay? Oh, I had to have fun on that. What room was you in again? Was you in Dizzy Motorsports, Tim? I think he was in Dizzy Motorsports, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. I was making sure, yeah. I had to say that when he said his power went out. Pay power bill. Oh.
Yeah, I was just curious as to what happened. You know, I'm sure a lot of people were, and, you know, just gives him a chance to explain what happened.
Yeah, you know, and again, we are on the simulator. Obviously, there's a lot of things you can't control. Mother Nature, power outages, internet problems, et cetera, stuff like that. Just out of your hands. I mean, we have it here on the broadcast, too. And it was just a heartbreaker on his end, and I hate to see it. I mean, it's good to him being back out here. Unfortunately, being caught up in the first caution here as we're getting set to go back. Green flag racing here at Dover as they are lined up. Pace cars in. The man out front, Bobby Terrell, is going to lead this pack of angry wolves out here in these monster trucks. He does. Green flag flies. We're back racing here. And behind him, though, David Comstock had his hands full a little bit with Justin Fuller as they head into turn one. Can David get up there and jump on the leader? Boy, he is already trying to.
Yeah, he jumped down there and got single file as quick as possible because he seen the 5 of Justin Fuller moving in, and he didn't want to get stuck up on that high side. And he didn't want to let Bobby get away, that's for sure. But they done got single file. The next that are 2x2 here is the 12 and the 2. They're a little bit further back there, 10th and 11th. But most of these guys got single file immediately.
Yes, they did. Battle is going on up front, though, as David Comstock's right there on the back end. Looks like a good battle going on for the top 6 guys. All we are. Look at David. He's on the inside trying to take that lead. He does. Bobby Terrell gives him that inside lane, and the 40 machine takes it to the point.
What a pass. Dave Comstock, he's been fast. It's going to be hard to get him out of the lead now that he's got it.
Absolutely it is. And I tell you, he did it last time before we got into that caution. He done it again here, so might have that thing hooked up. The thing about it is, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, he was one of those ones who actually on that long green flag run we had came up through the field. He knows what his truck kind of will do on a long green flag. Do you now say, okay, what will it do on a short style run? I mean, what is the psyche, so to speak, out there now?
Man, he's just going right now, and once he finds out that if there's going to be a caution here in the first 10 laps, he might start easing up a little bit and being a little more easier on his equipment. But right now, he's out front, and he's leading, and he's got a smile on his face. Yeah,
no doubt about it. He's definitely loving every bit of it. Everybody single file freight train in this place here at Dover. And it's a good one so far. Stevie Benson, I haven't mentioned him too much tonight, but he's up in the 8th. Boy, that's old Mr. Excitement there at that Maximus machine out there, and he's maximum effort. As we see him do some wild stuff.
Yeah, he's a big mover. I mean, he's made a lot of advances coming up through the field there. I think he started back in 23rd or something like that. So, yeah, he's moving up quick, got a full head of steam, and we'll just have to wait and see where he slows down at. It's going to be up here in the top 5 somewhere. Unless he's just the fastest truck out there and can't nobody stop him, then he's going to take home the flag.
No doubt about it. Well, we've got a battle going on here for the 9th place. Stevie Benson's got his hands full. Actually, 8th place there. Stevie Benson got his hands full with Chris Gibbs. Chris looking on the inside. They're going to go door to door. Right now, he's got that position. Let's see if he can't make it stick coming out of the turn. He does. So he takes that 8th spot, and Stevie runs it up into the wall a little bit.
Yeah, he has to check up right there because it's like dirt. They pull a slider. You know, he's got to cross over or check up. Right there, he had the momentum up on the high side there, but the 24, Chris Gibbs, Gaboo or whatever, he made a heck of a move there to hold on to that number 8 spot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Mike Kelly, though, he almost had the position on him, but then had to get back in line. So he's back in the 10th place spot. So a good battle going on. All 4 or 5 of those trucks right there, nose to tail. I'm back here to the back a little bit here at about the 17th spot, because I actually got Michael Walters and Anthony Calatoni right there. They're side by side duking it out for the 16th, 17th spot.
Yeah, hey, looking good too. Anthony Calatoni's always been good this whole season, so he's having some good runs there. Right now, the 16 of Michael gets in the wall there a little bit. That's going to cost him a little bit of track. Did you see Timothy Johnson swing on by?
Yeah, Timothy's trying to get back up there. Got caught up in that incident a little earlier on. He's back up to 18th. Don Runkle Jr. right now back there behind them. Going back, another guy we haven't mentioned much of, Matthew Welsenbach. He's caught back in the back. Just not been able to make his way up to the front here. And he's back there along with Gail Brooks, KC Duncan. I don't know if Casey Duncan's in the Dunkin' Donut machine again. Hope he's actually in the Western Auto tonight.
I love donuts.
Yeah, me too. Well, he was in a Dunkin' Donut car Monday night, and I said, go figure. Casey Duncan and the Dunkin' machine.
Hey, it makes sense to me. It makes me a little hungry too, seeing them Dunkin' Donuts.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. We got Krispy Kreme too, loved in.
I've been keeping an eye on our leader. He's been the fastest out there for the multiple laps. So he's definitely doing what he's supposed to be doing up front.
And he's walking away too. He's got about a 7/10 lead over Bobby Terrell. So he's got clean racetrack, clean air to do what he needs to do to find out what that truck's going to be able to do tonight and see if he actually can pull this thing off. Because obviously, pit stop, the advantage, I'm going to still say, goes to Bobby Terrell. Now, when that advantage goes away is if the further out the 40 can get and get into pit road quicker than Bobby Terrell, that's when that advantage kind of, narrows down, so to speak.
Well, I think they can make it on one stop. They restarted, about 10 laps ago or so, so 85 laps. They can do
laps.
that. I think we'll be good on one stop here. So they're going to be running these for a while. It's going to be tire wear and all that good stuff. Right now, Stevie Minson, he's pretty fast out there, so he's still coming up through the field.
Yeah, he's up in the 9th place right now, but yeah, they've been out there for like 17 to 18 laps on this stint of a run on the tires. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, we're not 130 laps or 57 into it right now here tonight for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com. Truck Series here Wednesday night racing. Well, good race going on for that 9th place spot. Stevie Minson and Mike Kelly, they're back there duking it out.
That's exactly what I'm watching, and I've been watching the fastest lap, so I want to see who's got the fastest lap time every lap. And Stevie Minson's he popped up there. He had the fastest lap. That's what drew me to him. So I went back to see what he was doing, and he's back there battling it out with that number 2 truck, Mike Kelly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What's a good one so far? Those guys back there, they want that position, and those guys they're doing an outstanding job, man, of racing each other. Well, you know what? We're going to do an outstanding job here, Gerald. Let's go high and wide with the Blimpy cam. That's right, we call it Blimpy. Blimpy, that's right. Get a happy word, Blimpy out here. Gives you a good perspective of the track and just shows you how far apart these guys really are and gives you a good overhead view of everything. And then, hey, you don't like Blimpy. You like Blimpy?
I like the Blimpy cam. No,
Gotcha.
I like them both, yeah. I love watching the Blimp cam, though, because hey, you get to see a whole lot of the track, what it looks like. So, yeah, I watch it a lot. The Blimpy cam.
The Blimpy cam. And you know what? As much as I do like saying the word Blimpy, so for some reason, it's just one of them happy words. And I still want to meet the person that can try to say sound and stay angry saying Blimpy. I could just, imagine them getting in a fight. You Blimpy? That just wouldn't work out too well.
Well, maybe you could be Blimpy. You can be your nickname. That way nobody could ever say your name mad.
See? There you go. Get over here, Blimpy.
Oh, I need a dog named Blimpy. All right.
That's right. That's going to be my next dog's name right there, Blimpy. I already know. Oh, like I said, will you get over here, Blimpy? I could just see somebody. What's wrong with that guy, man? He's lost his mind.
Oh, it's heating up here with Justin Fuller and Bobby Terrell. It looks like Bobby Terrell just made a pass on the inside there. I don't know if Bobby's going to let him have it for too long, but right now, it's like Justin Fuller's taking over that second position there. Dave Comstock, he's done opened up. That's called gap-tizing him. He's got a nice little gap between him and Justin Fuller.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He got that good 1.4 second lead. You're right, Justin Fuller makes that pass, puts it in the second spot. Bobby Terrell falls to third. E.J. O'Rourke up in the fourth. Chad Coleman right there. What's going on, Doug? How you doing out there? We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight, man. We're live on several avenues here. And we're live here in Dover, Delaware for the SIM500 Wednesday night series presented by SimSpeedShop.com. Also want to give a shout out to HR Motorsports. Check those guys out there on Facebook. There's a good group of guys do a lot of dirt racing and stuff. So check them out there at HRE Motorsports. They're a good group of guys. But this battle heating up for the 4th, 5th place spot. E.J. O'Rourke, Chad Coleman.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. I guarantee you that. Two drivers that love to hang it all out there right there. And Chad Coleman's got something to prove. He wants to hold on to that points lead. So he's going to have his hands full trying to get around EJ, though, because EJ's fast week in and week out.
You know, EJ O'Rourke's going to have a good points day today, unfortunately, with Joey Woods not making the field. So he's definitely going to have a good run. Stevie Minson back here. Well, we call him Mr. Excitement, and he is up like about rubbing the wall, trading some pain a little bit. But he made it through all those guys and got up to 7th place. He's on the move right now, and if he maybe can get up there to the top side, he might be able to do some rumbling.
Some rumbling. Yeah. I mean, right now it looks like they're still a little bit lower. But, yeah, the high side's fast later on in the runs here. But between 41 of E.J. O'Rourke and the 20 of Chad Coleman, you got your points leader and you got second in points. And right now they're battling it out. And it just shows how great these guys over here at SIM500 are.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Still, E.J. O'Rourke still held off the charge there. Chad Coleman has Bobby Terrell right now. He has still just not been able to run down Justin Fuller. Justin Fuller in second. Dave Comstock's checking out on the field. He's got a 2-second lead. We're going back here a little bit and see. Everybody's kind of single file right as of right now. And I noticed they're going back up the track again, Gerald.
Yeah, Dave Comstock found a sweet spot, I'd say. That's a 2-second lead there, and that's hard to do in a league with these kind of guys. I mean, you got a lot of great talent out there. So Dave Comstock's putting on a show, and he's feeling good. I guarantee you that.
Absolutely. Definitely loving the position that he's in. Lap 69 and 130 here for the SimSpeedShop.com. Sim500 here tonight. It's been a very, very good run so far. So these guys, man, are they're doing what they need to do out on the track, out on everything else. With that said, folks, I tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back, folks. Here we're live back here at Dover Speedway here, International for the SIM500, presented by SimSpeedShop.com. Back here with some action on the track. I want to tell you, these guys, pit stops should be coming about here pretty soon. I know Gerald up here was talking about us. We're at lap 83 of 130. Been out there for, looks to be about 43 laps so far.
Yeah, they'll be coming up on their pit stops here soon. I'd say anytime now, really.
Yeah, you said earlier, what, about 55 laps or so?
Yeah, that was a educated guess there. I mean, I kind of cheated a little bit, but yeah, I'd say 55. They might be able to get a little more out of it than I can.
You got one of them cheating calculators over there?
Yeah, well, you know, I went out earlier and ran a few laps. Somebody let me drive their truck, so kind of got an idea of what they're doing out there.
Yeah, right.
The two has came in, you know, so you got some of them that have pitted, you know, that two truck of Mike Kelly. He's been down pit road, I believe, and the leader's still out there. And update real quick, Justin Fuller was 2 seconds behind. He's 1.6. He had it down to 1.4, so he is closing in on Dave a little bit, but Dave's holding on to that spot for now.
Well, it looks like we have some takers on pit road here, as Chad Coleman, I believe, is one of them. A lot of guys in the back there have made their pit stops. Some of these guys still out here, so I'm going to be banking on, we're at, what, about 46, 47 laps right now. They've been out there, so they probably, guys are maybe looking at the 48 to 50 lap mark, somewhere in that area.
Chad Coleman's doing 45 lap runs. So he's coming in after about 45, and he's going back out with 45 more. So he's on about a 45 lap run.
He'll make it all the way then.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a perfect strategy. I mean, that's dead on. Anybody that the two might be able to gain on him a little bit, but he might get it back later on.
Yeah, no
Just
doubt.
depends on how the tire wear is.
Yeah, our leaders are still out. So we got a lot of guys maybe coming in pit road. So green flag stops are happening right here. David Comstock, Justin Fuller, those still out there.
Leader pit road.
Leader pit road. All right. Should bring Justin, not quite yet though in pit road, but man, pit road is a busy place as of right now.
Looks good down there. I love Dover. It's a fun place to be. Pit road's awful slow. I think it's 35 miles an hour, so they got to go really slow down pit road. But it's an easier, hard kind of spot to pit if you're coming off. It just depends on how slick it is, but it's not easy to pit here. It's okay.
It's okay. I got you.
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to wreck or not, pretty much.
Knowing me, I'd wreck.
Yeah, I've done it. I mean, because you got to start getting ready for it coming into 3. And you could lose a lot of time, so you got to go as fast as you can. And that's what causes a lot of these guys, when they do wreck, getting on the pit road, is they're trying to get as much out of it as possible.
Now let me ask you this. Justin Fuller, Chris Gibbs, Nick Timms, Casey Duncan, and Gail Brooks all have not, and Nathan Bowers all have not made a pit stop. They've been out there for 51, 50 laps. What is maybe the advantage of what they're doing right here?
Well, they're going to have fresher tires on that last run, but they're going to lose time right now while they're out there. You know, probably at least a half second a lap. Nick Timms, he's on pit road now. But yeah, they're losing time now. They're trying to get it back later, and that's always the opposite of what I would do. I'd say go ahead and get the gap on them and see if they can run you down at the end. But, you know, you can do it the opposite way.
Yep. Well, David Comstock right now is up in the 10th. He's a lap down. Obviously just waiting on the leaders to go through. He's got quite a few machines in front of him, though, who pitted earlier. He's going to have to go around. Right now he's trying to work over Mike Kelly, as for position. I'm just trying to get an idea of maybe where he is. Looks like he's heading into turn 2 right now. And Justin Fuller is heading into turn 1.
Coming off 4 right now.
Yep. So maybe a straightaway distance between them, something like that.
Yeah, it's a nice little gap to have. You got a lot of different tires going on there. You got he's been out there for 50-something laps, and the
Yeah.
other guy's coming hard. So he's losing a lot of time. I have no idea what his pit strategy is. He might know something I don't. I haven't thought about it a whole lot, but yeah, he's up to something.
Well, you know, and the thing is, even if you know, David
Could be open
Comstock
for a caution, maybe.
could,
I
yeah,
mean,
well, that too. Yeah, obviously a caution right now would be wow, you know, beneficial for him. But even if not, the only thing I can maybe take a gander at is he's right now got everybody a lap down except for Chris Gibbs, who was obviously in the second place. David Comstock, as far back as he is and having to run him down, the closer he gets, he knows, maybe Justin knows, if he goes into the pits, David obviously going to get back on the lead lap. Maybe he can beat him back on pit road, or even if David does get right in front of him, he can keep him in the sights. With those newer tires, he might be able to run him down, because he's going to have, well, as of right now, David Comstock has 6-lap older tires. He keeps going, he's going to have at least maybe 10-lap difference on the tires.
yeah, I have no idea what some of them are doing. I mean, I got an idea of a couple of them. You know, as I explained it earlier, you know, 45-lap runs here, you got 30 and 50 here. It just depends on what they decided to do. And these guys that are still out there, I have no idea. I can't wait to see how it works out.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I say, you're looking at David Comstock. He comes out of the, he's heading into turn number 3 as of right now. As he's going into 3, Justin Fuller is heading into 1. So there's a full track and about a quarter distance between them. That actually is a pretty good distance between him and the leader. So even though he might be losing some time, actually, if he pitted right now, he might be able to get back out there and still be in front of David. It'd be close.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that. I have no idea, really.
Yeah,
He definitely should come in, I think, but I have no idea. He's up to something. Maybe he's going 2 tires.
Well, do you do 2 tires? Because, boy, he's going to have 60. Well,
Here
right
it
now it's going to
comes.
be 60 laps. Yeah, he's on 60 laps. He went out there straight. Does that bring Chris Gibbs there and Casey Duncan along with him and Gail Brooks? Now, just as we see him coming into pits, let's see now. David Comstock just passed him, got on the lead lap right there as he heads off into 1. As we're going to keep an eye on Justin Fuller here as David's coming out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Justin Fuller still on pit road. Still on pit road. He just dropped the hammer down and just got his tires. Wow.
He got
Still on
forward,
pit
didn't
road,
he?
Yeah. And David just went by him on pit road right there. So,
So he's going to have to run him down.
it took a lot longer.
He's stuck on pit road. He got caught speeding.
Uh-oh. Well, there just went that plan.
Oh,
Caution's
now
on the track.
caution.
Wow.
No caution.
No, yeah, you're right. Just saw it right there.
I
Actually,
could have swore that was going to throw one. I mean,
yeah, that actually
you seen
happened
what I
right
seen?
there. Yeah, well, we were actually watching Justin Fuller's pit, and next thing I know, I saw 2 trucks just flying around there. Let's see what happened in the
that
6.
would have helped for Justin
here's
Fuller
what
right
happened.
there.
Well, here's what happened. The 6 actually missed pit road and then lost it on the apron and then clipped the 34 when the 34 machine went down low. So that was a mess up on Jonathan Lockhart. He missed the pit road and had to come back up on the track. And when he came back up on the track, that thing just went sideways with him. And wow, just what a weird turn of events.
Yeah, I mean, it would have worked out great for Justin Fuller. I think he would have came out on the lead lap with the freshest tires and not have to pit, you know. But unfortunately for him, it didn't come out, and fortunately for a lot of guys, it didn't come out.
And the problem with Justin Fuller is I think he got a penalty there, so all that strategy down the drain, and puts David Comstock back up front. Mike Kelly sitting in second. Bobby Terrell right there sitting in third. E.J. O'Rourke, he's up in the 4th. K.C. Duncan, that's a big mover right there, though, sitting in the 5th place spot. But
Yeah, he's got a pit.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was about to say that there, Gerald. He's been out there for 63 laps.
Yeah.
Can
Make
he
me
go
look
the
like
whole
a
way?
fool.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he can he?
He's already made more laps than I probably could.
Well, there you go.
Well,
We
I
got to
mean, I
find out
probably
what
could
kind
do
of strategy.
68.
Yeah, we need to find out what kind
Give
of
me the
strategy he's
benefit
got.
of the doubt.
Yeah, we'll find out what kind of strategy he's got.
Right, it's looking good for Dave Comstock. I mean, he's out there. He's got a nice little lead. He's holding on to that lead. And he's got not very many laps on his tire. I think 16 now. And he's looking good.
A caution's probably what he would not want to see at this point. We're at lap 106 here at 130. I would think he would love to see this thing go green all the way out. But
Absolutely,
even with a caution, I mean, I still think you might have one of the best trucks out here, but I just think you would probably want to see it go green all the way out.
Yeah, and you know, he's got a great little spot there. He ain't got nobody to worry about. And he knows he's good on the long run. And 40 laps on a run ain't very long for him, considering how good he is on the long run. So it's looking really good for him.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody catching him.
Me either. Mike Kelly's there in second. Definitely, just not as fast. E.J. O'Rourke might be the closest one speed-wise, and Bobby Terrell speed-wise, but they are so far back. They're 5 seconds or so back. Our points leader right now, Chad Coleman, he's sitting in the 5th place spot. He's hanging on to it with that number 20 machine. Looking good out there, but it'll be a good points night for him.
Yeah, well, EJ's going to make up some points on him if he finishes like they are right now, because EJ's in front of him, so he'll get one spot worth of points taken off of that. He's only, I think, 23 is the 28. He's 28 behind, so he will get to shorten that down a little bit.
Okay. Well, Timothy Johnson, last week's close winner there in the Heartbreaker, he's been on a battle back up in the ninth. Got caught up in the caution earlier on in the race, but he's been able to bounce back, and he's up in the top 10 right now. So it'll be a good finish for him here to bounce back like that.
What a job. I mean, hats off to him. He definitely come back up through there pretty good. He's up to ninth. He ain't done yet, so we'll see how far he can get up. But, yeah, I mean, to get that damage fixed, get caught up in that wreck and take care of your stuff and get it back out there, I mean, that's how you do it right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So a good run so far. Timothy Johnson, man, moving on up. Joe Hudson right there behind him. Actually got Matthew Welzenbach, but he's a lap down. So we got 14 machines on the lead lap as of right now.
That's because they're out there flying around and different pit strategies as well. That's the main thing. But, yeah, those top 5 are out there getting it, and they're making it hard to run with them because they're making these perfect pit stops and running all these fast laps like that. I mean, I couldn't keep up with them probably.
Well, right now our leader, David Comstock, is right behind a couple runners who are actually racing for position. Anthony California there and Nick Timms. And he's caught behind him, so he's going to have to be very patient. If don't make a mistake, and that's what he doesn't want to see is that guy getting loose in front of him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of lap traffic, so it's going to be cool to see how it works out for the lap traffic. They could hold him back and allow Mike Kelly to close that gap, and they could let him by, no problems. We'll see who gets through it the best. That's basically because Mike Kelly's coming through there too, and whoever can get through the lap traffic the best is going to come out the winner here.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, David gets around Anthony right there with ease on the inside, so he moves up and past him. He's going to work over Nick Timms next. So a lot of lap traffic, you're right. And he's still got a 3.4 second lead over second place man Mike Kelly. And Bobby Terrell's got a 4 second lead over him as we're getting down here. About 15 to go in this one here at Dover.
Coming down to the nitty gritty, as they say.
That's right. Business is about to pick up. Man, run what you brung up front here. And all bets are off here at Dover for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com. Boy, David Comstock real close with Matthew Welzenbach right there.
Could you imagine being David Comstock coming through lap traffic, the race leader on a 130 lap race here for the SIM500? I mean, come on, man.
I always got nervous around lap traffic, and even when I was in the back in the middle of the field. Just being the leader, knowing you've got this kind of lead, got that fast of a truck. I know you're out there on the radio probably, get out the way. But here's the thing. Those lap traffic cars don't have to just get out of the way unless they're just way slow and, and whatnot. But if those are maintaining their speed, they don't have to just move out of the way. It is the leader that has to get around them unless the guy in front of them just really
Especially
nice.
if they're racing for position or something, and the leader comes behind them.
That's what I'm saying. Now, usually the sportsmanship shows, the lap car will give way to the leader. He knows, look, here it is. But like you just said, if they're out there battling, but as a leader, you know that, Gerald, more than anybody, it is nerve-wracking to be out there doing what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's not hard to lose a 10th getting around somebody on a lap, so if you got to pass 1 or 2 trucks each lap, that's knocking off 1 or 2 tenths. Every time you go around a truck, you're losing at least one.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, Bobby Terrell's pulled up on the back deck lid of Mike Kelly for that second place spot, and it's about to ensue on a battle right there. Now, those two guys a little bit different on the pit strategy. Bobby Terrell, he's going to look to the inside and that 14 machine and see if he can't take that second place away. He's got the inside look, just can't quite get the truck to hold down.
Yeah, the two ran a great line through there.
The yellow flag is out.
Right in front of them guys.
And that one's going to be
Matthew Welsenbach
and Joey Katina. Joey just came up, and what that was right there is typical Dover. 2 trucks side by side coming out of that turn, and you got that bump, and that inside truck just probably bumps and it throws it up into the up the track, and contact made between the two there. But wow, at least David got by him earlier on.
Yeah, that was right in front of second and third, though. I mean, it was crazy, and it's definitely not good for any of them, even Joey and Matthew Welsenbach, and it just shows you how easy it is to come up over that. It's a little hill, and you kind of come up out of your seat if you go too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little hill, and you're coming off the corner, and you're hitting that hill at the same time. It'll push your truck. Momentum just pushes you that way, and if you got a car on your outside, it's got to make sure they ain't there. If they are, hopefully y'all make it through it. And I think they'll be back out there. I don't see a whole lot of damage there, but they do got some damage.
And the thing about it, too, is there's nothing you can do. It actually upsets the truck. Well, pit stops here, so this one's going to be interesting. David Comstock, by having that lead like he is, got on pit road and is going to get those tires and fuel done a lot better than Bobby Terrell will, even though he has the preferred pit stall. And this is what I was talking about earlier on. It's the only way to take that advantage away. Bobby Terrell, though, look at that, going to come out in second. He's going to beat the 14 machine, or the 2 machine there, of Mike Kelly, it looks like, and the 41 of E.J. O'Rourke.
You're going to want to come out the leader, that's for sure. I mean, having that choice to be able to go when you're ready, it really throws a gap between you instead of having to race side by side, so it's a big advantage to be able to do that.
Yeah,
especially with 10 to go, and it's going to be less than that when they get back going.
That's true. And then, 2 things I like to point out is obviously the last lap puts an end to it. 5 to go, usually a caution comes out, that puts an end to it. So we could be racing, like you said, for about 9 laps or for about 4 or 3 here on the restart. You got to keep that in mind if caution flies. Well, Bobby Terrell's going to be on the outside here. David Comstock, Mike Kelly's going to be in the back. What do you think is going to happen on this one?
Well, hopefully for Dave, he gets a nice restart, gets out there and gets to run some laps and bring it home. But if you're Bobby or you're Mike, you're not going to let him get away. You're going to be right there all over him and trying to get this win. It's a shootout.
Yeah. Well, David's going to get a good jump. Bobby Terrell would love to. I mean, now's the time. You don't save tires. You tear them things apart now.
Absolutely. You drive it for all it's worth here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some door banging going on, but you definitely want to get a good restart. If you're Bobby Terrell or Mike Kelly, usually it's a lot easier for the guy that's on the inside row behind you when you're the leader. It's easier for that guy to keep up with you than it is for the guy on your outside, because you can get a good jump on the guy on the outside. He's looking over at you, waiting to see when you're going to go, so you can kind of get him. But the guy behind you, Mike Kelly, which is in third right now, he's going to be starting right behind him. So he's got him right in his front windshield. He can see when he goes. He can kind of time it. So it's going to be up to getting a good restart here. And if Mike Kelly can get one, he's definitely got a shot. And hey, Bobby Terrell's in there too. So Dave's going to have to do what he's got to do here on this restart. It's time to go to work.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I'm saying Bobby Terrell, you said Terrell.
Oh, it's
which one it is.
One of us is right. That's the good thing.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I don't know. But either way, like you said, we're going back green flag racing. And one thing about it, that 40, he's been fast. Bobby has been fast also. It's got a lot of hungry guys there behind him here. We get set to go here to settle this one here at Dover.
This is what y'all been waiting for right here. It's going to be some action. It's going to be exciting.
Hey, man, I tell you what, fasten them up, get up on the seat there, and you got a set of seat belts, man, on your recliner. Please send me a picture of that, and I want an explanation of why, and if it's something kinky, then you can leave that to yourself.
Reach up and pull them belts tight.
Pace cars coming out of turn 4, makes that hard left turn on pit road. David Comstock up front. He's going to lead this pack of trucks here, and he does. Waste no time, takes off.
Green flag, green flag.
Man, I tell you what, Mike Kelly right there got a good jump also. Bobby Terrell did not get the jump that he wanted on the restart.
No, and that hurt EJ. EJ had to push him to get him going, but we got a car around. Looks like the 28 involved him and the 24. No caution yet.
It's Anthony Canatoni right there. Let's come back on the replay here and see what happened on the restart. Like I said, no caution. As David Comstock takes it, watches. Yeah, they just checked up in the back on the restart. Anthony got in the back end of the other truck, and then he just spun the tires and lost it. Nowhere to go, and then just whammo, man, just all kinds of. Well, I'm surprised that did not throw a caution back there, because there's two trucks in the middle of the track just all over the place. Wow, that was a weird one.
Yeah, so far in the back, iRacing don't throw a caution. There's nobody coming up through there at a high speed, so it'll discount a couple trucks even. You know, it's like, hey, what about me? I was there. It should have been a caution, but sometimes you don't get them when you want them, and that was one of the times. That's definitely not what David wanted to see, so it works out for him as he's still running around up front, opened up a little bit of a gap there over Mike Kelly, and then Bobby Terrell, he's in third there.
Yeah, he is, and you know, he's not running away. David isn't this time like he did before. He definitely got a lead, but I know he's got the hammer down. But also Mike does and Bobby does right behind him. As if a caution comes out at this point, though, it would be over with, because we've got 4 to go here at Dover.
Yeah, and a battle between EJ and Stevie has been playing out for a while. EJ got around, but Stevie's been putting up a fight up here. So these guys that are back in the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot, 1st and 2nd in points, and you got Stevie Minson in there with a full head of steam here with coming to 2 to go.
Absolutely. Chad Cole's under fire there by Scott Simley, who moves on the inside, takes that spot away. Then you got Steve Goschalk. So some heck of a battle going on back here at about the 7th on back position. As up front, though, you still got David Comstock leading it. But, man, those guys are hammering on each other back there.
I tell you what, Chad Coleman is losing a spot after spot, and every time a car goes by him, that helps out EJ O'Rourke close in on that points lead.
Gotta love it. Going to be a good points night for EJ right there. He's currently in 5th. Chad Coleman, like you said, backing it up the wrong way. Wants to go forward with this one. He's in 10th, though. He's back up front, Mike Kelly. He's losing ground to that 40. He's just seeing him run off in the sunset. Final lap, one more time here at Dover.
Dave Comstock in 3 and 4. He's coming across the checker flag here now. He's going to bring this one home.
Yes, he is. A man's going to win it here tonight. David Comstock. Mike Kelly's going to bring it home in 2nd. Bobby Terrell right there going to be in 3rd. And talk about Chad Coleman. He's going to end up, looks like, in a 10th place spot. And EJ O'Rourke there is going to be in 5th. But, man, what a race. What a race. What a race.
Hey, and you know, you said it a while ago, great points day for EJ O'Rourke. He's going to gain some there.
Yes, he is. Well, let's see if we can't get some of these guys up here and get a talk in with them here. So who we got? We got to get Bobby Terrell.
Mikey and David. David's excited, I bet. He's been trying to get another win in.
Yeah, they had a bad fast machine here tonight.
Yeah, he looked good all night.
There's Mike Kelly. Yeah, see if we can find old David Comstock down here.
That's
Where
his
he's
first
hiding
win.
at. It is. See where he's hiding at. I don't see him in here. You see him in here?
He wasn't last week.
Maybe he'll jump up in here in a little bit. Well, anyway, we're going to talk in here with our third place man here tonight. That's actually going to be Bobby Terrell. Let's get talking with him.
Hey, Bobby Terrell, it's Jay Weezy and Joe White in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I copy you there, Joe.
Hey, man, you look good out there tonight in that old Chevy Silverado. You finished third. What'd you think about your race?
Didn't have anything for David, that's for sure. I was really hoping I had something for him, but I just didn't have nothing for him. He was in another level.
Yeah, well, you
And
started out
Mike-
on the pole tonight, man, and I thought you had a shot at winning this one, you know, but them long green flag runs really changed the stuff here. It's a monster mile out there.
Oh yeah, I love the track. I just, like I said, just lost a little bit, and like I said, didn't have nothing for David. Of course, Justin come up in there and was running third. Mike pitted early, and that got him, you know, the track position he needed. And then, of course, the caution come out, which we didn't need, but I'll take it. It was a good run. You know, like I said, got on the pole and led some laps and was up in there, you know, trying for the win. That's all you can ask.
Hey, that's right, man. You know, you started on the pole, you ran strong all night, and you look good doing it in that Muscle Milk Chevy Silverado number 14. So, hey, congratulations on third. Anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank you guys up in the booth for doing this, and SIM500 and the Sim Speed Shop for putting this on, and my teammates. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you.
All right, that's our man right there, third place man, Bobby Terrell, man, and did a fantastic job. Well, let's bring up our second place man here, Mike Kelly. Doing a good one here. Let's get talking with him.
Mike Kelly, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
You got a good-looking Hooters Chevy Silverado. We was up here talking about that thing tonight,
Hooters?
man. It looks good, don't it? Started 17th, finished second. How'd it go for you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Did I sneak that one in on you guys, or did you even talk about me the first half of that race?
Hey, it looks good, man. And we definitely was talking about that paint job, man. But hey, you was looking good out there. You came home with second.
Yeah, it was a good run. Dover's one of my favorite tracks. I can't ever qualify, so. But there's plenty of laps to get her to the front. I had to use a little sneakery there. Kind of came in the side door. You know, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I pitted 4, 5, 6 laps sooner than the majority of the leaders. And, you know, that worked good, getting me a cushion. And I was starting to fly. I guess the yellow was good for me there right at the end. I was kind of flailing. Bobby and EJ probably would have got around me. But went hard after the yellow. Nothing for David. Good race.
Yeah, David was fast, man. But hey, you was second fastest, and you come home second. So you did a great job out there in that Hooters Chevy Silverado. Anybody you want to thank?
Hooters, of course. Turn 1 heroes. Good team run tonight. Bobby coming in third and Scott in seventh. So we like running as a team, like having strong finishes as a team. So it was a successful night. I'd like to thank you guys for putting these out. It's always fun to watch, and thanks to SIM500.
Right, well, thanks for putting on a great show tonight, and congratulations on second.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, second place man right there, Mike Kelly. Doing a good, fantastic job here. Well, I know this guy right here, he is definitely going to be a happy camper here, David Comstock, pulling off the win here tonight at Dover, Delaware. And let's bring him up here and talk with him. David Comstock, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Well, tell you what, you had a bad, fast, mean machine in that number 40 tonight. What'd you feel like early on in the race? Did you think you had enough to hold all these guys off?
Yeah, I felt like so long as I hit my marks and I didn't do anything dumb that I made a mistake or something, that I knew short run speed I was pretty even, decent, and I know for sure long run speed was where I liked it, where I was able to really put some distance on people. So with it being a short run, it was just hit your marks, run the line you know you need to run, and just manage the gap, and everything worked itself out.
Well, I tell you what, you definitely did that tonight. You hit everything, man, on the mark. Coming into this race, how was you feeling?
I didn't get much time for practice. I got in a little late, but I got a feel for everything. Kind of had an idea of what the truck drove like, and the state of the track, and the grip that it has, level of grip. So just based off a few laps that I had for practice, and the lap I was able to run for qualifying, having good track position to begin with is real important here. It's hard to pass. I found that out pretty quick. It was pretty hard to pass. So, but other than that, I mean, it's just finding the rhythm that you need here, because it's definitely a rhythm racetrack, and just being able to run the line that I felt like that it was optimal for what I needed to run, and it all worked out.
Hey, you definitely had the rhythm. You were right there, and lap after lap dominating here tonight in fashion here at Dover Speedway. Winner tonight here for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com Truck Series, David Comstock. Man, you got anybody out there you want to thank for it?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody at Aftermath Motorsports for allowing myself, EJ at work, Justin Fuller to come out tonight and run here. Thanks to SIM500 and all the admins and all the administration letting us all run here and have fun. Sponsoring the car, Gary Mercer Trucking, Moss Energy, Jada Lair, JDR Graphics, keeping my car fresh every single week. RacingBiz.com, EJ Brakes, Hick and Jicks, all the fans and friends out there watching, family. Thank you guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, congratulations on winning tonight here at Dover, David.
Thank you guys.
All right, Gerald, well, I'll tell you what, right there, he definitely was a guy that was really, really happy on this one. As let's get our unofficial results order here tonight. David Comstock puts it in victory lane. Mike Kelly's in second. Bobby Terrell there in third. Justin Fuller fourth. EJ O'Rourke in fifth. Stevie Benson ends up in sixth. Scott Simley seventh. Steve Goschalk up in eighth. Nick Timms in ninth. Ed Coleman, he bounced up, stayed in the 10th place spot here. Looked at the rest of the field. The guys had some good nights. Some had some bad. You got any final one on this one here, Gerald?
Yeah, congratulations to David Comstock, Mike Kelly, and Bobby Terrell. I mean, they put on a great show over here at SIM500. So I'd like to thank those guys for letting me up in here and watch all this good stuff. And it's going to be a good one for EJ and David. They're going to close that points lead down on Chad, and we'll see if Chad can hold him off next week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's going to be a good one here as we head off into it. And we leave here at Dover. It was an awesome run here for the SIM500 presented by SimSpeedShop.com Truck Series here tonight. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed that. And then, as always, everyone, have a good night.